and to another session with yours truly. I'm Jerome Jones. For many of you that will get this broadcast, I am here in Spring, Texas, and I'm going to be sharing with you today about a service, a program that has the power to literally change your future. I hope that you will call up your friends and that you will call up those that are dear to your heart and share this program with them. Ask them to take a look at what is being broadcast right now. We're broadcasting on YouTube. We're broadcasting on live on Facebook and perhaps a couple of other platforms. So I hope that you will be an evangelist in that regard. Now I'm going to be talking about Savings Highway Global in conjunction with changing your financial future. And I want us to see in this presentation a very clear look at what Savings Highway Global is and what it has the power to do. This session is going to take you through some of the aspects of it and allow you to see inside the magnitude in a very small way, because it is a gigantic opportunity. It is of gigantic proportions. We can't cover it all in one session, but I'm going to give you a look inside of some of the aspects of Savings Highway Global that will enable you to see in a glimpse the magnitude of what Savings Highway Global can do for you. Now, if you are one that feels like you don't need any financial help, that you are perfect with the way things are, if you feel that you are perfect with how your future looks as far as your financial position, as far as what you have accumulated and what you have the ability to leave your children and your grandchildren, if you are at perfect peace with that, then this is not for you. You know, if you're content to work on the job every day and you're content to put in 40, 50, 60 hours a week on a job, if you're content with it just taking you away from your families and taking you away from things that you want to do or desire to do with your family, if you're content to the rat race of always trying to make ends meet, if that's something that you are content with, then there's nothing we can do with that, because when you're content with something, nothing else appeals to you. But if you're not content, if you're not satisfied with where you are financially, if you're not satisfied with the amount of years that you put in that job and you're still doing it after all of these years, think for a moment when you first started working. Some of you have been working 10, 15, and 20 and 30 years. Maybe not the same job, but you've been working that long. And just imagine what happens if your job shuts down and you no longer can work. How would you be able to sustain your life if there was no job and you didn't have a rich cousin? So what would happen with you? What would happen to your children? What would happen with your grandchildren? I mean, how would your life be? And this is what I want you to really look at, because this is in essence what we are presenting to you, the opportunity to change. When I talk about changing your financial future, I'm not just giving you a slogan I'm not just giving you a caption of something that sounds good, but I'm giving you a concept, a concept that literally will change your financial future. And if you change your financial future, perhaps you can change your livelihood for not only yourself, but for your children, for your grandchildren, and for generations to come. That's the picture of Savings Highway Global. So I want you to understand that. Now, I'm going to get into some very direct things with you, and I'm going to be showing you some of the concepts or some of the things that's inside of this concept. But I want to start this presentation, and if you are just joining us, then you'll be able to go back and grab the video and to watch it all the way through. I want you to see inside of Savings Highway Global today. And I want you to dismiss all of the myth, that you think. And I want you to dismiss all of the bad experiences that you perhaps have had in other situations when you have started a business and it didn't work out. You poured your heart and soul into something, invested your hard earned money in it, and it just didn't work out. And some of those things were never designed to work out. The people that was presenting them didn't even have access to them themselves because the things that they was presenting was not real. Okay, it wasn't ever real from the beginning. It was just a cosmetic shell that they dressed up with nice images, put a professional actor there, and that combination sold you on that program or that product or that service. And this is what has happened more times than we can count, and it's all over the world. But now I need to caution you about something. Because that is the case, does not mean that there are not services, programs, and products that really does work. Guys, the world is changing. People are doing business different now than they were 10, 15, 20 years ago, even 5 years ago. The world is changing. We no longer have an isolated community now. The whole world is the community. We no longer have an economy that is limited to the area in which you live in, but the economy itself is global. And not only is the economy global, but the connectivity of these communities are now interconnected, and they are communicating with each other from all parts of this. Makes Savings Highway Global a huge benefit to anyone that gets involved with these opportunities to save and the opportunities to make an extra income. Now, I want to go into one part of it, but before I go into that first segment of Savings Highway Global, I want you to know some of the facts, because a lot of times we get caught up in the glit and glamour and we don't pay attention to the facts. A lot of times we come in with this skepticism as well, and we don't even acknowledge the facts. So I want to give you some of the facts. I'm going to give you 3 important facts about Savings Highway Global. And these facts are designed to answer questions that you have, questions that would be in your mind, or questions that should be asked. I mean, we should ask the question. And the first question is it a fly by night company? People want to know how long has it been around? Is it just starting out and things like that? Those are questions that are legitimate. Now, I'm not telling you that every company that is starting out is not legitimate, because otherwise no companies would ever reach the level of legitimacy. because every company had to start. There had to be a beginning for every company. Okay, so that's not what we're saying. But what we are saying is that Savings Highway Global is not a new company. It is nearly 20 years old. And the reason that is important for you to know is because inside of this nearly 20 years, if they wasn't legitimate, the world would know it. Okay? The world would know that. It would have a reputation now that goes before it that says it is not a legitimate company, it's nothing but a scam. That's the way it would be today because they're nearly 20 years old. That's fact number one. Fact number two is not only are they nearly 20 years old and they're not a overnight, fly by night, or brand new company, but they are not in just one location. Savings Highway Global is known around the world. It is currently operating in over 200 countries. Now just think about that. Think of the magnitude of a company that is currently operating in over 200 countries worldwide. That is Savings Highway Global. Now, why is that important? Because put that with the nearly 20 years of operation and put it alongside nearly 200 over 200 countries, there's no way it cannot be legitimate and not have that reputation, or be legitimate or be illegitimate and not have that reputation. See, in other words, you're not going to be nearly 20 years old. You're not going to be exposed to 200 plus countries, and no one knows whether or not you're legitimate or not. That's not going to happen. So I want you to see that that's fact number two. These are just raw facts, verifiable facts, not facts that I'm spewing out of my head, but they are facts that's got documentations that you can verify. And that's what I love about Savings Highway Global, because you can verify every detail. You can verify everything. And it's such a blessing. It really is. And the fact number three that puts the crowning cap on these set of facts. So you might say, well, what is that? The thing about fact number three is that you couldn't even get this rating if you were not legitimate. Fact number three is that Savings Highway Global has an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. That is just remarkable for a company that's nearly 20 years old, and a company that is operating in over 200 countries around the world, to have an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, who is the gold standard, see, for measuring the legitimacy, the validity of businesses, and whether or not those businesses are providing the services that they proclaim to provide. You don't just get an A plus rating. That means you got to be exceptionally good. You're not just average. That means you got to be well above average. It means that they put that plus on that A because there was no other higher alphabet that they could give you in the rating. So I want you to take those three sets of facts and hold them in your mind while we go through this presentation, because don't let them slip. And anytime you begin to think otherwise, just remember they're nearly 20 years old, they're in over 200 countries, and they have an A plus ratings with the Better Business Bureau. if you remember that, it'll dispel all of those negative connotations that you have amassed from being a part of programs that did not deliver on what they promised. Savings Highway Global is not that. So I want to take you now into some of the aspects of Savings Highway Global. Now, I want to also say that on your screen, you will see a link there. And if you just want to go to that link, I'm going to encourage you to go there during this broadcast or after the broadcast. If you want to know how to, this program can help you and you want to become a part of it, my link is on the screen. And make sure that whenever you go there, you see on the screen the welcome from Jerome Jones. If you don't see welcome from Jerome Jones, then that simply means you're not on my page and you will not be on my team. Now, my team is going to get some added bonuses and benefits and services. So I really want you to consider joining my team. But whether you join or not, I need you to have the information, because you cannot make an educated decision if you don't get the education. You just can't do it. And this is what is happening with so many. So many will see this broadcast and say, no, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. And you comfort yourselves by taking that position and telling yourself that you're being, maybe spiritual, or maybe godly, or maybe humble, or wise. And I'm here to say that's neither of those. To pass this up is the complete opposite of those attributes that I just said. It's the complete opposite. So I want you to consider, as you look inside with me, that Savings Highway Global, again, is a nearly 20-year-old company operating in over 200 countries around the world and has an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. And you, as an individual, brand new, can verify all those details. So let's be very clear about it. And I'm making this point and emphasizing it today because the things that Savings Highway Global offers you is way off the charts, way off the chain. It's way out in the stratosphere. And if you don't keep the facts, if you don't keep the facts in your mind, you'll say, I don't believe that. I can't believe that. That sounds like it's just too good. So you have to keep the facts in your mind, not myths, not mysterious stuff, but keep the facts. And fact number one, they're nearly 20 years old. Fact number two, they're operating in over 200 countries around the world. Fact number three, they have an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. That's not an accident. They are exceptionally good. I said in previous broadcasts, and I always add this, no matter what I tell you about Savings Highway Global, they are much better than what I'm telling you. Because I can't put into words how good they are and the benefits that they say they deliver. They really do deliver them. And you can trust that, and I'm going to show you why. Now, I want us to go somewhere, go into this, the areas that we can take a peek now inside of Savings Highway Global. So I'm going to try to share my screen with you, and hopefully I'll get this right again. I'm not a tech savvy person, so I keep saying that, and one day somebody's going to answer me back and say, stop saying that. But I have to keep putting that disclaimer out there, because I might mess this whole thing up and it might just go completely blank. So if it goes completely blank, just know that Bishop Jones told you he's not a technological savvy person, but he will give it his best. So let me try to hit the share button. And before I do that, I want to make sure that I can go to the run. And this is going to be a rather a time. I'm gonna be doing some things, and I know that I'm gonna try to set you guys up. Let me try to set up my other uh, camera here, and I'm gonna try to do something that I haven't done in the past. So, and there you go again. You see what I just said? I'm gonna try to do something that I haven't done in the past, and that means that I may make some errors. But it's all right to make a mistake. Sometimes you're so scared of making mistakes to you get paralyzed. Don't do that. It's all right. The world is not going to end because you make a mistake. So guys, I'm going to back this up, and if you are watching me on one screen, you're going to see some movement here, but don't fret over it. I'm going to back this up, and I'm going to try to turn. I want to make sure that I can see, that you can see my screen, and that's what I'm really trying to get you to see. And I got to move this at a different angle here, and I think I can do it this way. Uh-oh. See there, I told you that I'm not technologically savvy, and some of you guys are turning upside down. Here they are right here, guys. They're turning upside down and inside out, but we're going to get this right. I'm going to just set this up here, and I'm going to make this prop right here, and I'm going to turn you guys, because I'm on two separate screens, and I want to turn this around and hopefully see where that I can put it where you guys can see it as well. And I think that'll do it if I can get it to sit up here. So I'm gonna put this smaller stand here, and we're gonna try to get this right so that I don't have to deal with it any longer. There you go. And I think we got it. We got it right there. So now you can see this screen. Both of you can see the screen, and that's my point. I want you to be able to both to see the screen. And let me just move this over just a little bit, and we're gonna be ready to go. So now I think that we've got it. That's well enough. And so I'm going to take you to my screen, and I want you to follow me. Now this is just an informal setting, and we're just going to talk, and we're going to take the time to be here as long as we need to be here, because I want you to know something here. When you're dealing with life-changing opportunities, they only come few and far in between times. So you can't be in a hurry. Many times people, as I said, have gone to work. You started a job. Some of you put in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years on a job, and you go every day, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. Some working 6 days a week. And you go when you're hurting. You go when you know you don't feel like going, and if you didn't have to go, you wouldn't be going. But you've been so committed to that job, so committed to going there all those years. Look where you are now and ask yourself, are you willing to spend the rest of your life doing things just as you're doing them now? Because if the answer to that is no, I'm here to tell you that we can change it. I'm here to tell you that it can change, and it can change right now. So let's take a ride into here. I'm going to try this now. Again, guys, I'm going to see, can I upload my screen, and I'm going to, once, like I said, you guys got to bear along with me. I'm not going to claim to be somebody that knows how to do all of this stuff, because I don't. But I want us to go to Savings Highway Global, and we're going to take a look at it. I believe this is the one. I'm not even sure now, but I'll go here. I know this is one. So let's go here, and let's bring it up on the screen to share. Uh, this is Savings Highway Global, and this is the website. Now, some of you that is watching on the phone feed, you will see a picture that's larger that because the camera is pretty close up to it. But I want you to see that this is the site that you can take a look at. It has 3 levels of membership. It has a gold, which is a $20 membership, platinum $100, titanium $200. And what's so powerful about this is that you can come in at the gold level and start day one saving hundreds and thousands of dollars. Now, I need to just say that again. You can come in at this gold level and start from day one saving hundreds and thousands of dollars. Okay, so let's be clear that you don't have to come in at the platinum level or the titanium level in order to get the benefits of saving hundreds and thousands of dollars. If you come in at the platinum level, you're going to get a whole lot more. And if you come in at the titanium level, you're going to be overwhelmed by what you get. It's the same things plus more. In fact, the gold gives you the start. The platinum gives you everything that the gold gives you. And it gives you everything that the gold gives you. Plus, it gives you the added benefits. And then the titanium gives you everything that the gold gives you, everything that the platinum gives you, and it gives you everything, give you all the additional benefits of the titanium. Plus, it gives you over $5,000 in other bonuses. But what I wanted you to see on this page is that there is a join button here, and there's a join button up here in the right hand corner. That's to how you get started. But what you need to see if you're on the right page, there's you can't see it, some of you on the iPhone feed, but it says welcome from Jerome Jones. When you go to the link, you got to make sure you see that on it. And then they have a little video here that you can watch, and we're going to turn it on right now.
Hello and welcome. My name is Allie, and I want to share a very special company with you. We're helping people just like you save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 per year on the things you already buy, like online shopping, car insurance, computers, travel and vacations, fun and entertainment, dental, health benefits, and even taxes. We've been in business since 2006, and we have an A+ rating with the BBB. We've already helped families just like yours save thousands of dollars a year, with over $100 million in travel savings and over $100 million in insurance savings too. Our company has a powerful mission to help over 1 million families become debt-free. We have something for everyone, whether you're just looking to save money or if you're looking to make some extra money. And we've already paid millions to our affiliates. Don't miss this amazing opportunity to save money or make a great income from home too. Congratulations for taking your first step to learn more.
I feel so privileged to be part of this company, this incredible leadership.
Anyone who's listening to this, whether you're a parent or not a parent, this company, it has so much to offer.
I've been here since 2019, so something must be right. It's the best compensation plan, dollar for dollar.
I am so pumped up about this opportunity. When we talk about generosity and what this company is giving, it's more than anything I've ever seen in my whole life. This is life-changing.
I tell people, your bills will never retire. Why not save the money and have a vacation at the same time?
On the first trial of Savings Highway Global, $1,280 a year on my car insurance alone. Not to mention all the other savings that are there as well.
Every time I use the travel system, I save money, and I so appreciate getting paid every single Wednesday. Yes.
I love SHG. My son is in the Air Force. He's 18 years old, and he just saved about $130 a month on his car insurance. So I'm excited for him, and he gets to invest that money. SHG is the place to be.
You want to save money on hotel or your car insurance? This is a place to be to get that done.
So I've been able to save really big on my car insurance, and also I've been able to save travel and the finest hotels for the past 3 months. And also, I'm getting paid as I do it. So SHG is the place to be.
I've actually saved over $2,000 in the past 6 months, and I'm getting paid every Wednesday to do it.
I'm a stay-at-home mom to 3 kids under age 5, and I too have seen incredible success inside Savings Highway Global. I have been able to generate 4 to 5 figures a month every single month since I started, and I saved over $800 on my normal monthly bills.
With Savings Highway, I've not only been able to make over $65,000 in the last few months, I also saved over $1,000 on my car insurance. So if you're on this page watching this video, somewhere around here is a button to get started. Do yourself a favor and get started today.
So we're making money while we're out, and we're getting our trip at a tax deduction.
SHG is the place to be!
Yeah!
Okay, now that is SHG is the place to be, and that's a very familiar phrase that we're going to learn so well. I want to continue to tell you that I'm going to be doing something extra here. There's a feature that is available to us today, and I'm telling you, it's just phenomenal. I can't overemphasize this stuff. You know, you some of you are on, and I know I invited some of you on, and this was going to be a private meeting, but then I decided to just open it up because I was at the last minute inviting you, and so I should have gave you, I usually like to give you a whole day's notice before we're doing meetings and make sure that I get a confirmation on returning, but I did not do that, so I don't want to you to think that it's going to be public all the time, because there's some things that I want to show you that are on my team, that if you do these things, now I'm going to do an exercise tomorrow, and I'm going to be able to come back and tell you about it. And I'm just telling you right up front, guys, this is just too easy. I walked into a store, and this is for those of you that says, I need to make some extra income. I just need to make some extra income. This thing here about does it really work? Yes, there's a Subway right around the corner, and there's another gas station right around the corner. One of our members went and presented the program, just invited them to the program. The Subway saved $48,000 in their first interview, and the member didn't have to do nothing but invite them. So when I talk to you about something, I'm not talking from mystical stuff. I'm talking about proven stuff. That gas station saved $90,000 off of bills, and because they had several of them. Now let me go. You say, well, hooray, they saved a lot of money. But guess what? That individual that introduced them to Savings Highway Global got over a $12,000 commission check from one of them. Don't underestimate what you have. Don't underestimate what you have. You know, we do it all the time, and what sickens me sometimes, it really does. It sickens me, and I have to kind of look away, because what sickens me is that we can spend 10 and 15 and 20 and 30 years working on a job, and we look at ourselves and we say, well, where are we now? We still not satisfied. We still got to grind it out. We still got to be looking for some job to do in our 60s and 70s, 80s. This is not the way it have to be. Savings Highway Global said, look, we have a model here that if you just follow it, you're going to make hundreds and thousands of dollars. And to follow it is not strenuous. It's not hard. Now, let me go on to say this. That means if you now are a platinum or a titanium, if you are a platinum and you are a titanium, you could offer that. You could offer this service, and I'm going to try to let you see here because I want you to understand just what I'm talking about. you could offer your prospects, and this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. This says lower bills. You could offer this to businesses, you could offer it to private schools, and you can offer it to churches. Now, guys, this may be the hardest one to do right here, churches. Oh my Lord. But private schools, they recognize the need. Businesses, they recognize the need. So you have the opportunity to offer your services to a business and let them know that they can save thousands of dollars off of their bills that they're already paying. You're not asking them to buy nothing. You're not asking them to invest in nothing. You're not asking them to refinance. You're not asking them to renegotiate with their creditors. You're not asking them to do anything but have a 20-minute interview. They don't have to come out of the pocket with a dime. And they don't even have to be a member of Savings Highway Global. So I needed you to know that. That's one of the things that you might not have known. So that independent store that's in the community, I walked into one last week. I walked into an independent store, and had the gas out front and the store inside. I walked in and I said to the owner, can save you hundreds and thousands of dollars off of the bills that you have to pay for this business every month. That man's eyes lit up like he was a little kid getting all the candy. And suddenly he told me, he said, make sure you tell me that. It was as if he had been wrestling with paying his bills. See, well, we have the answer to that. Why is what we have so attractive? Because we're not asking them to buy nothing. We're not asking them to give us $10,000. We're not asking them to renegotiate their bills. We're not asking them to refinance their business. We're simply telling them, give us 20 minutes interview and we can save you hundreds and thousands starting on your very next payment for your bills. Guys, you can't miss this. You've got to understand the power of what you have. Because if you don't, you won't use it. It'll be sitting up in your back office and you will never use it. The private schools. How many private schools? That means they don't get public funding. That means they always have, most of them, 94% of all private schools have a financial shortfall. That means they don't have enough to do the things that their school and vision of the school desire to do. So now that's a huge market because you're not asking them to buy nothing. You're not asking them to put no money in nothing. You're not asking them to renegotiate and refinance. You're not asking them for anything. You're not even asking them to be a member of Savings Highway Global. And yet you could save them tens of thousands of dollars off of the bills that they are paying. You don't think that they are interested in that? I'm going to be talking to you how to do that. I'm going to be talking to you how you can do that. Okay, so how you can do that with businesses, how you can do that with private schools, and how you can do it with churches baffles me. Oh no, I shouldn't do that. But the fact is that, every pastor of a church, we're paying bills. You're paying bills every month. So talk to your pastor and say, look, we can save hundreds and thousands of dollars off of the bills that we have to pay. We have to pay them every month So why not pay as little as we can? So this is what Savings Highway Global offers. You have the answer to so many people's problems. You are a member. And because you are a member, you have the ability now to offer the services to people that will change their lives. Now, if you're not a platinum or you're not a titanium, if you are a gold member and you're on my team, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. You get a business because as of now, I'm not putting anybody else on my front line. Everybody else that comes into my organization will be placed under others. So if you're a goal, I'm gonna give you the chance to just tell people about the service. Tell people about the service. And if they want to get this service, they can, and they can go through either your portal or they'll go through your upline portal, and we still can benefit from that because you referred them, and you could make many times $500 to $1,000 just setting the appointment. And setting the appointment is simply giving them that link where they can click on it, and then they could, a calendar will pop up, and they can set that appointment for whatever time that is convenient for them. And we'll go over those things with you and show you how to do that if you need that assistance. But that's what you have in your back office. This is an amazing opportunity because you could end up making $25, $35, $40, $50,000. These businesses can get their health insurance through your membership. They can get their building insurance, their homeowners insurance, their car insurance. They can get all these things through your membership. And you can benefit from it every time they use the services. So don't think that this is something small here. This is a gigantic opportunity for you to make that extra income and change the directory of your employment. Because right now, you still are committed to the job, but it takes just about 30 minutes to an hour a day. Invest that time. It really don't take that much, but I always tell people that you need to put it in 30 minutes to an hour. If it's not worth you putting in 30 minutes to an hour a day to give you more than your job will ever pay you, then this is not for you. It's just not for you. It's not for you if you don't want to do none of the work. It's not for you if you don't want to put forth none of the effort. You see, you can come into Savings Highway Global and you don't have to want to make a dime. Or you can come in, get your membership, and just save money. So if you don't want to do anything with the business, you don't have to. But it would be a disaster if you have such an opportunity and all it takes for you is to show your link to somebody and you just don't share your link with somebody, when at the same time you go to a nice restaurant and eat a nice meal and you share that with people. You go to a movie and you like the movie and you share that with people. And neither one of those cases give you any kind of paycheck. You go to watch a ball game, you tell people how good that was. They don't give you a paycheck. They don't come back and say, well, I'm so glad you not only came to the game, but you went and told somebody else how good your star player was, and etc. But they don't give you any royalties for that. So what we're talking about here is a no-brainer. We're saying, look, you got something so good that you should share it with everybody in your contact. Now, if you're on my team, listen, you've got a challenge to do. Your first challenge is get 2 people. Get them signed up. Stop looking for the 10s and the 20s and the 30s. Get 2 to 3 people right now. Just go do that. Don't worry about getting no more than 3. The others will come. I didn't try to get a lot of people, but I have. Now, Savings Highway Global has given me over half dozen people, but I didn't try to get all those people. I worked with the model that has been proven to work and is working. So I'm saying to you, all you need and every one of you know two, three, four, five people that this would be something that they would want to know about, and it costs them nothing to know. Okay, so I want you to know that that's what we have. Now I want to show you another feature. Keep on watching, and I'm going to show you another feature. This is what's excited me about Savings Highway Global. Now remember, I told you that Savings Highway Global is not a fly by night or not a new startup business. It's nearly 20 years old now, and it's operating in over 200 countries around the world, and it has an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Those are just facts. But now let's look what we have here. Because your business is a global business. Stop thinking just local. Your business is global. And now you have a global business opportunity. And with the interconnection of the communities around the world, that means people in China can be a part of your business while you're here in America. That means people in Mozambique, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Nigeria, they can participate in your business and you get paid for it. And you are only having a presence on the internet. Okay, now I want you to see something here. This is what is really was blew me away here, because we didn't have this always, and so this is just something that they're rolling out. See this here? You need another language. So if you want to send your link to somebody, you can tell them if their language. Look at all these languages here. This website is translated in all these languages. This is 100 languages. Don't tell me that this is not powerful. Because all I need to do, if I go to the Africans, I can tell them to click right here. I click that right there. And when I click that, guess what? All of this turns into the African language. It turns into that language. Now look at it. We'll see it. See that right there? That's African language. I don't know how to read that. I don't know whether you know how to read that, but I don't know how to read that. But that's what that is. Now, if I come back, I can take that African off, and I could say, well, let's go to another language. Let's say maybe I got somebody in Pakistan or in India, So let's look at it and see. Oh, my website is not, no, there it is. Now let's go here. Let's look at Swedish and Swahili. This is another African language. Urdu is Pakistan. See, it changes it. See there? It changes it instantly. I don't have to worry about it. So when I'm sending advertisement out on a global platform, people of over 100 different languages can have it translated in their native tongue. That way you don't have to explain nothing to them. They can understand it just like you understand it in your native language. This is so powerful. And I am so excited about this element because I am involved in global missions. And now the pastors, can see this program in their own language, and it's all laid out for them in their language so that they can read it. Now, I can't read any of that except God give me the interpretation, but I can't do it. But, it's there for them and it's there for you. So this is just a powerful opportunity here. So let me go back here and change that now. Take this off and put it back on. I've got to make sure I put it back on my language, because otherwise, I'll be stuck trying to understand that. So that's a feature, guys, that you've got to be very, very excited about. Look at all these areas here of savings categories. You get to save in all of these areas, and there's just not going to be anyone that cannot use any of these services. There's just not going to be that. Savings Highway Global is not the same. I'm just, you may say that sounds like a broken record, but they are simply not the same. You could start saving money. Now, if you're on my team, this is what I need you to do. I need you to get 2 people, get them signed up, and I need you to make sure you get to start experiencing the savings. Now, if you put your insurance, use that as the first thing. Put in for your insurance. They got all these national insurance companies. Put in for your insurance and see, can you get a better rate. Everybody may not get a better rate, but 1 out of every 2 American drivers save between $600 and $2,000 a year off of their car insurance. That's just car insurance. Now, you can also check for your medical insurance, and you can save up to 40% off that. You can save off your homeowner's insurance. You can save off your renter's insurance. It's just so many ways that you can save. So if you don't save off one area, you're going to save off another one. Now, another good area is that restaurants, the dining. When you're talking about dining, talking about hotels, just think about it. You go on a vacation, you save $1,000 off of that vacation. That's more than your membership costs you. You go out to eat and you're saving 30 and 40 and 50%. As often as you do that, add it up over the year, and you're going to save hundreds of dollars there. You go to the gas pump, you can save 25 to 50 cents a gallon off gas. That's just a tremendous savings. You got all these AT&T, Comcast, Verizon, Spotify, Sirius, AOL, Spectrum, Sprint. You got all of these direct TV, all of these cable and cellular services all over the world, and you can save money. You're going to use your phone, you're going to use a service, you got internet, you got cable, no doubt. So now you can have it for a lot less. I want you to understand what you have. Those of you that's on my team, I want you to know what you've got in your back office. Because if you talk to me and you don't know what you got in your back office, the first thing I'm going to tell you is to go back and check in your back office. Go check, click on those tabs, look at those videos, see what is there. Because it would be a disaster for me to be in your presence, needing what you have, asking you about it, and you don't know what's in your own back office, what you got for free. So explore your website. That's what I'm saying to you. Know what your website, know what the membership gives your people, know what levels you can climb to, know the operation, the process. Just, because you don't have to explain all of that to people. All you got to do is send them to your website. But if you happen to be sitting around the dinner table talking about something and it comes up, you need to know what your website have on it. Okay? Now, I'm going to turn this back around and let it sit for a moment, because I want us to go into something else that I want to point to you. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen here and come back to the live visual here. Now, I want you to understand something, because I put it together. I told you I'm going out. I went to that convenience store, and that is a client that will be in my organization. But you could do the same in your organization. You can do that with businesses, you can do that with private schools, and you can do that with churches and nonprofits. You can also do it with homeowners. You can every homeowner can save money. And Savings Highway Global is rolling out the solar benefit. solar panels. This is gigantic. The world is changing. People are going away from energy like we know it now. The world is changing. Solar panels is going all over the world. When we are driving, coming through Texas, coming out of Texas all the way into Florida on Highway 10, you could see hundreds and thousands of acres of nothing but solar panels. And now you and I get to offer every homeowner solar panels and save them money off of their energy bills every single month. One of the things that Savings Highway Global has confirmed and committed to, they will not offer anyone solar panels if it doesn't save them substantial money. They're not even interested. They won't even take the job. Okay? So, but when they do, you stand to gain $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. You do. And that's another one of those tools in your back office that you have the opportunity just to have such a free-flowing income. That's everything about your income. Listen to me. Everything about your income stems from you showing people how to save money. Not showing people how to spend more money, but showing them how to save money. If you stay on that focus, you're not going to have a problem with, you have a problem with people that says, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Well, pass them on. Don't spend your time, don't spend your energy on people that is negative. Don't do that. I'm doing these training sessions for my team members, and if you want to be on my team, you need to you got to just get on board, and you've got to understand that we are winners. We're not failures. We are winners. If you go back and look at our history, we don't fail now. We win. And we win because we are going to be consistent. We win because we are committed. And we win because we have a formula that in and of itself wins. We don't have to create the formula. We don't have to do all the grinding out. We just follow a simple formula. What is it? Get your membership. What's the next thing? Share your link, website link. What's the next? And get paid over and over. That's the concept. And if we'll practice doing that, we'll become experts at it. But when you start thinking about, I don't know how to do this, you do know how to do it. You know how to do it. You do it all the time. So don't go there. Don't allow yourself don't talk yourself out of doing what you know how to do. Okay? Just do it. My Lord, just do it. Get up, call somebody, tell them that I want to show you something, and you got to take a look at it, and I'll help you and watch it with you. But you've got to know 2 to 3 people that you can put in right now. Right now. This opportunity is designed so that you could do $7,000 in 7 weeks. You can be done made that. This opportunity is well designed. So it's difficult now. It's not difficult, but you have to do your part. And I'm here to help you do your part. And I'm going to tell you my method. I'm going to tell you what I am doing. And you're going to see me. I may even live stream it sometime this week. I put together, let's see if I have it here. I think I do. I put together, I remember when I was coming up, when I was a young lad. See, if you want to know Sometimes people say, well, what makes you the one that I should be listening to? Well, when I was a young teenager and I didn't have a job, you know, ran into a roadblock and needed to live. So I went out, I came home, and I asked my mother for $100. And thank God, Mom, we didn't have a lot of money. To ask for $100 was like asking for 10,000. And I asked Mom, I said, Mom, she said, well, Ronnie, what you gonna do? I said, Mom, I'm gonna start a business. And up until that time, I had done some car washing, and I had done, I sold peanuts, and I sold freeze cups. Some of you today don't know what freeze. You younger ones don't know what freeze cups were. We had to make them in the ice box and put them in little cups in the ice box, and then we go out to the community selling them, just a nickel. I did some popcorn and sold it just for a nickel. And so I said, Mom, I'm going to start a business. She said, what kind of business are you going to start? I said, I'm going to do rough and final construction cleaning. Now here am I, 14, 15 years old. And I said, I need $100. Mom gave me the $100. I went down to the courthouse, got me a license for J&J cleaning services. It didn't cost me $15. I went to the store and bought me 3 50-feet water hoses and 3 pails, to hold water, and some mineral spirits and some single-edged razor blades and some Brillo pads and scrub pads and some gloves. That's what that $100 went for. I came into the house and got me a little briefcase, shade case. By the way, this little thing here is I bought it in 1997. See how I keep stuff? 1997. It is still good today. It's older than some children. But I got this in 1997. I have my card here, JR Business Associates, which was a financial specialist, and so I've been doing what I've done over the years, and I've made a lot of money, so I'm not new to making monies. I've shown people how to pay off their homes in less than 10 years, and they paid me $10,000 just to do that. So I know what I am talking about. But I went and got those supplies, but I didn't have no customers. And so I put on me a nice suit. I got me a nice shade case, printed up my own proposals, and I left home that morning visiting construction sites from West Palm Beach all the way to Boca Raton, Florida. And when I came back home a week later, I came back home the same day, but I did that, and in 1 week's time I had $33,000 worth of contracts. I had to go down to the Delray Beach employment office and hire staff. I employed 15 employees, 2 locations, one in Boca Raton and one in Delray. Mr. Ellsworth was a general contractor. And here was I and my wife out there working, a crew of people, and paying them off. And I worked with the crew Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday, I had an office in Riviera Beach at the Bazaar. And I went in the office on Thursday, did all the paperwork, made out all the payroll, delivered the payroll on Friday at 12 o'clock, and everybody took off. And I had a $700 profit. Now, $700 back in the 80s and, back in the 70s and 80s, that was a lot of money for a young kid to be making. It's a lot of money for an older person to make, because my mother was making $120 or $140 a week at Helen Woods Nursing Home, and she had been there 20 years. So I'm trying to tell you that I know something about what I'm talking about. I'm not ignorant of what I'm talking about. And I know when the program is right and when the program is delivering on its goods, and I know how I can help you take your financial life to a whole new level. But you got to do some of the work. You got to do some of the work. You can't expect me to do it. You can't expect somebody else to do it. You got to do some of the work, because the heavy lifting has already been done. All we're asking you to do is the little trivial things. That it's like keeping oil in the engine. That's all we're asking you. We're giving you the engine, and we're saying you keep oil in it. But if you won't put no oil in it, you're going to tear the engine up. And then all of a sudden, the car won't give you the ride that you need. Don't get upset with the car. Don't get upset with the manufacturers. Because they gave you, they built the engine. Gave you the manual for the engine. Gave you all you needed to keep the engine running so that it can provide you the service. But you just didn't put oil in it. With Savings Highway Global, you have the engine. All you need to do is keep the oil in. And to keep the oil in, you just need to spend 30 minutes to an hour looking at your business, putting some effort there each day, and one day you're going to look up and find that you got 10 people in your group, 40 people, 100 people, 400, 500. You don't have to enroll them. All you got to do is enroll 2 or 3. See, that's hard to conceive for a lot of people. A lot of people feel, no, it can't be that simple. Well, do the numbers. If you enroll 2, and you help those 2 enroll 2, that means now there's 8 people in your group. 2 plus 2, that's 6, and you are 7. Do it again, and you double it, and you don't have to enroll them yourself. You just have to focus. Okay, I got a few people on my contact list that I'm going to get them involved. I'm going to get them involved. You gotta go at it from the right position. You can't go at it saying, but I don't know. Don't prejudge people. Give them the opportunity to say no. Don't you prejudge them. Don't say, well, I know she's not interested. I know he's not interested. No, present it to them. And if they're not interested, move on. But don't you allow that to be the stumbling block, because remember, there's nothing wrong with the engine. The engine will take you anywhere you want to go. But you got to keep some oil in it. And if you're on my team, I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, I put together the same formula that I used way back then. I'm going to do the same thing now. I had a pie company also. And I needed to get my pies and cakes and breads and danishes and cookies and biscuits in other markets. I needed to do that. I didn't have a big advertising budget. I didn't have all of the stuff. In fact, I was sleeping on the floor while this whole vision of mine was being worked and unfolding. But I put together the plan that was presented to the banks, and people looked at what I had, but ultimately they looked at the product. And I took my product and I went on the road, walked into restaurants, walked into hotels, and said to them, you would do your restaurant a good service to have my product on their table. Oh, glory to God. I remember that because I remember saying that to a restaurant chain directly because they had product. They had pies and cakes. I said, no, what you got over there doesn't taste like what I got in this box here. And I took my product in and they looked at my product and tasted it, and first of all it was nice and decorated, and then they tasted it and they couldn't believe the difference in the taste of my pies versus the taste of the pies that they were selling to their customers. And I said to them, your customers deserve this product. And before you know it, I had to have two refrigerated trucks to send my pies and biscuits and cakes to 47 cities throughout the state of Florida. 3 days on the East Coast and 3 days on the West Coast. Trucks going loaded with pies and cakes and biscuits. I know what I'm talking about. And I can help you. You just don't know who. You don't know. You haven't, been exposed to. And I don't make it a point of trying to big up my resume. But I know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to guess at what I'm talking about. I know marketing. I know how to present a product. And I stay with the facts. You know why I stay with the facts? Because you want people to be able to check it out. You want people to be able to, after you finish talking, to be able to say, that's real. And I know it's real because I checked it out myself. So I'm not going to exaggerate this here. I'm not going to exaggerate. It's going to be super, super hard for you to exaggerate about SHG. I've seen a lot of companies, been a part of a lot of companies online, been a part of a lot of selling products. I still got products inside. In fact, if you want some products, I'll give you some. Let's see, I thought I had some. I'm not going to give you none of these. These are these are my products that is just out of this world. This keeps you looking nice. This keeps you nice and youthful. This is so good right here. This is brain food. See, I still do product. This is brain food. And I'll tell you, it just helps you. Get rid of that brain fog. This is really good. This is something that'll help your coffee become very healthy coffee. See, you just put one of these in your coffee or tea or whatever beverage you like, and it becomes weight management healthy for you. Amen. And this here, if you have a problem with weight, this is it. Slim. And you can sleep like a baby and lose weight while you sleep. Okay? So I deal with products. That's what I want to show you. I got some that I am making sure that we give to. I thought I had them back here, but what did I do with them? I thought I had them. Oh my. I got to figure out what I did with them. But I want you to see that that's not what I'm saying. The products is okay, but when you dealing with products, you have to convince people that the product is good. And then you have to convince them that it is worth the amount of money you're asking for. And then you have to wait on them to decide whether or not they can afford to part with that money. And can they do it month after month? And there lies the drawback when it comes to products that cost people to purchase every month. Some people are just not able to do that. So what happens? They start with a week or two, a month or two, and then they drop off and they get no benefit. But with Savings Highway Global, you're not asking them to buy nothing. The moment you tell an individual, I can save you money. In other words, if you're spending $1,000 a month, when you get through with me, you'll probably be spending $700 a month, and you have $300 extra in your pocket. that you can do whatever you choose to do. This is a no-brainer. If you're a child of God, I want to tell you that you don't need to go into a deep prayer to find out about this. You don't need to consult the archbishop to find out about this. It is a no-brainer. Whether you're a man of God, woman of God, whether you are an employee on a job, whether you are a homeowner, a business owner, a pastor, a private school owner, a non-profit owner, this is for you. The membership is cheap. You can trade $20 a month to save thousands and hundreds of thousands. You can trade $20 a month and start saving hundreds and thousands the very first week. If someone walks up to you and says, if you'll give me $20, I'll give you $2,000. And you knew that they was real, you would do that. That's exactly what I'm asking you to do. Give me $20 and we'll trade it for at least $2,000. You'll save a whole lot more and if you don't save, guys, and you need to be able to tell people up front, if you don't save any money, you'll get your membership back because they don't want your membership. I love the way Savings Highway Global is airtight all the way through. They're saying, look, if we can't save you money, we don't want to take money from you. We don't want it. We'll give it all back to you. So we go out, many of you went out today and you ate at restaurants and that restaurant meal is gone now. But the same money you spent at the restaurant could pay for your membership. And you would have been able to eat at restaurants saving 30, 40, 50%, sometimes getting a whole double portion for just one price. Okay? This just doesn't make sense for anyone to just pass up on it. So one of the things I want to tell you, don't try to overly convince people. Now what I'm doing on tomorrow, this week, I got just a little while, I put together a letter that I'm going to have in my possession. And this letter, and you got to do things professionally, guys. Let me just point something out to you. You know, this is training now. Don't go haphazard now. Don't do that. You got to do things. That means dress up. That's what I mean. That means put on something that looks professional. See, you could change your life in just one tour of what I'm about to tell you. Just one. But you gotta approach it right. Get up, get cleaned up, be thoughtful, be precise. Put on something nice where you're very presentable and get yourself something like this, what I have here for CYFF. This is a letter that I have drafted for my group, my organization, so that when I get ready to go out, I'm going to give this to the business owner. I don't have to explain nothing to him now because I've explained it all here. I don't take up the business owner time and all that stuff because they're busy, they're working, and their mind is on what they're doing. So I put this in their hand. It's got my link on it. It's got my email address on it, my phone numbers on it, and it's got on it all of the pertinent information. It's 3 pages. It's got on it what they want, what this program will do, and it starts out high. Dear sir/madam, I'm Jerome Jones, the Director of Changing Your Financial Future, CYFF. What I do is locate programs available to consumers that will save you hundreds and thousands on the bills you are paying now. First paragraph. And this is, by the way, is being left with them, so they don't have to make a decision with me in their presence. They don't have to give me an answers and just to move me on. They take this and they go home. And when they're settled down, they look through it. So you mean they're telling me, who is this for? Individuals, homeowners, private schools, nonprofits, businesses, churches. Okay, do I fit in any of those? Yes. Then they look at it and says, what kind of savings would they can I expect? Well, we save small businesses an average of $10,000 to $20,000 a year. We save medium businesses an average of $100,000 to $200,000 a year. And we save large businesses an average of 1 million or more a year. We got it in print. These are not loans, and there is nothing that you must buy or do. See, a lot of times when you are trying to discuss something with people, you miss valid points. Every one of you know that what I'm telling you is absolute truth. You meant to say this. You meant to say that. But you didn't. And because you didn't, you might have missed the opportunity. So I crafted mine, and this is what I'm telling you got to do. You can do it. You know what to do. Now, if you don't want to do it yourself, you can employ a service to do it. But here's what you can't do. You can't expect the same results that I get if you don't follow the formula that I'm using. You just can't. So all you need to do now, you say, well, Bishop Jones, I don't know if I can do that. Well, you can employ a service, and we can be that service if you want us to be. We don't have to be, because I got enough to do. But I happen to have some staff people that are working that and that's part of their job. Okay? So, but the fact is, you need to think about what you want for the rest of your financial future to look like. And then you need to make some changes from what you are already doing. Because if you don't make any changes, your financial future is not going to change. Okay? So you have to make some changes. When you get in a business, what business can you get in and don't make no investments? A lot of times people say, well, I don't have this, but we make investments all the time. If you're going to have a business, you got to put something in that business. Okay? And you can jumpstart it. Give it a boost. Now, the customer, the prospect that I'm talking to sees now, oh, I don't have to do nothing. Once you have your membership with us, you will start saving immediately. See, I'm making sure that they understand that this is not a 90 days, 6 months, or a year waiting period. You're going to start saving immediately. The same week, you could see hundreds and even thousands of dollars off your monthly bills. In other words, you start now. We do the review. We let you know how much you can save. And your next monthly payments can be hundreds of dollars less. You say, well, Bishop Jones, how do you know that? Because, well, I'm a product of it. I'm not telling you what somebody else told me, but I'm telling you what I am doing right now. I am already paying hundreds of dollars less. Okay, so I'm, like I said, I know what I'm talking about here. And this Savings Highway Global is the best program I've seen in over 40 years of being associated with this industry. And I'll tell anybody that anywhere in the world. And now to think that it is got a translated language in 100 languages. My God, that's powerful right there. But then I'm letting this guy knows this is remember now we're standing we put this in the hands of a business owner, and we're letting them know every individual will also save on nearly everything that they are paying for and things that they will buy in the future. That is so huge. I was going to show you a clip about the benefits of the future inside of some of my savings benefits. That thing is just it's unending. You know, I have a computer that they bought for me. They bought this on one of my birthdays. And the same computer that I got here, I could have saved $700 off of it. They saved $50. I could have saved $700. And you can save on virtually everything that you're buying. So that's what they know also, because we buy this stuff, we need it. Here are just a few of the areas where individuals can save. Now, this is a few areas where individuals can save. That we're not talking about a business now. We're talking about you as an individual. Save on apparel, that's clothing, accessories, your auto, beauty and personal care. All of us use that. Cell phones, all of us use that. Education and virtual learning, electronics, everyday savings, financial wellness, flowers and gifts, food, go green, health and wellness, home buying and selling. Now you can save on buying a house and you can save on selling your house. Come on, Zion. Just tap one real estate broker. I'm trying to tell you, this is a gigantic opportunity. Okay? And then you can save on insurance, your home insurance, car insurance, health insurance, pet insurance. You can save on sports and fitness. All these healthcare clubs, gyms, and that people pay memberships for. You can save on that. You go to these places, they're crowded. Save on tickets to events. Save on travel, airplane. Save on hotels. I can on my membership and platinum memberships, you can save 54% off of your hotel stays, and you're talking about 3, 4, and 5-star properties. This is not a small thing. This is gigantic. This is not saving a few dollars here and there. Okay? People that was not able to take vacations now can take vacations. And if you're on my team, I want you to remember something. I'm going to give you, if you're on my team and you want to take a vacation, I got a separate program, separate from Savings Highway Global, that will give you a free vacation resort stay, and I can give you one every 12 months. And if you're on my team, I want you to have that same ability. I want you to be able to do that with prospects that become members of your team. And you say, well, Bishop Jones, I don't have that service. No, you don't. But you're on my team. And because you're on my team, I'm going to provide that service for you until you get the number of people in your front line that can build out a financial structure that will retire you from any work that you are currently doing. So that's why I say you need to get your first 2 people. See, I can help you if you just get that done. Because when you get those 2 people, I'm going to still give you a vacation certificate that you can give them as a thank you. But then we're going to let them know that if you get 2, we're going to give them that vacation certificate. And we'll give them a food certificate as well. And they'll have that with their membership. But we got something that goes up a couple of notches above what they already have. And that's the only reason we would be giving it, because it's a little bit above what they already have. So this is a powerful incentivized opportunity, you know. And then we save on car rentals. I was thinking about driving from here to Florida. And I was thinking about having a car for a couple of weeks because I got to be in Florida, if the Lord's willing, down in World Conference, School of the Prophets. And then I've got to be down in South Florida, and then I got to be up in the Jacksonville, and then back here to Texas. So that's a 2-week run for me, and I was thinking about just driving so I can just kind of do it at my leisure. And I checked on cars. When I was in Florida and got a car, it was $900 and some for that week. Now, you know we can't do that. And I said to the staff and to the team, we never do that again. We're just not going to do it. And so we didn't. But now that I have this membership, you know what that same car is? $420 for 2 weeks. I can pick it up right down the street from here, have it 2 weeks, $420. When I paid $960 some for 1 week. I'm trying to tell you that what you have as a platinum member and what you have as a titanium member gives you an amazing cut on all of the prices. And what you have as a gold member, you save to the tune of hundreds and thousands of dollars. And the difference in the gold and the platinum is that they just go up in the amount of money that you save and the amount of money that you can earn. That's the difference. If you're saving hundreds and thousands on the gold, the platinum and the titanium is saving tens of thousands, thousands and tens of thousands, you know, over the course of the year. And the same thing with the earnings. So that's the difference in them. You just get more benefits. You get a legal plan. You get a simple will. You get a free credit report software that you can have a self-improve your credit score. Don't you know that's powerful? Because so many people don't have good credit. We know about them. And we can do our own. Don't cost us nothing. Give us the whole program free. This is just, I'm telling you, it's remarkable. So, but all of this is in this letter. Because people may never go to the site initially. So they have this letter, and when they begin to read it, it's laid out to build upon each paragraph. Building upon each paragraph so that person can start seeing the pieces of this puzzle come together in their mind. And by the time they get to the end of this letter, they will have made a decision whether or not to go in and become a member or not. See, this letter will give them enough to understand that I fit inside of this letter, and if what this letter says is true, it'll give me some amazing savings. Now, I haven't even spoken in this letter about making money. This letter is strictly designed for saving money. And now you say, well, why not? Because I don't want to talk to them about making no money. Oh, bless you, Jesus. I don't. Because the chief focus of Savings Highway Global is to save your money. And in saving your money, you automatically make money. You know, and you don't have to talk to people about saving money. When you get an individual and you save them $5,000, they're going to find out what else can you offer them. See, now when they start asking you, they're already ready. They're already ready to move to the next level. But if you go and try to convince them that, they say, oh no, they're not used to this kind of success. They're not used to this level of easiness. They're not. The average person going to think, the person will think their way into making it hard. That's what the average person does. They think their own way into making it hard. So we don't talk about that. I didn't put none of that in the letter. But then I made a note saying if you are using any of the following services, you can save hundreds and thousands today. And what are those services? Mobile, cell phone, telecom, TV, internet, landline, satellite TV, satellite radio, payroll, merchant accounts, security system, storage units, web services, waste management, lawn care, pest control, information technology services, subscriptions and memberships, water delivery, those 5-gallon bottles, linen and uniform cleaning, staffing, heating oil, propane gas, and other recurring bills. We're talking about saving in so many categories that you will not find a business that doesn't spend money in many of these categories. And why that person in business? Why? To make money. So they want to save money. And you're not asking them to give you $1. You're not asking them to give you $1. You're not asking them to say, okay, you got to give me $1,000 and we'll work this program and see how it comes out. Oh no, don't give us a dime. Just give us 20 minutes to give you a free review and we can tell you what we're going to save you. And it's guaranteed. We're guaranteed to save you money. You don't pay nothing if we don't save. People say, well, how do y'all get paid? They get paid out of the money that they save me. Now that's for the businesses. That has nothing to do with the individual, because the individual don't have to ever pay for none of those fees. But the business, if they are going to save that business $10,000, they're going to split it 50-50. They're going to save it $100,000, they're going to still split it 50-50. It's as simple as that. I don't care, because I'm saving. And then you pay that 50-50 over 1 to 6 months. You can split it up in months. And you say, well, I can't afford to pay that. Yes, you can, because they done cut your bills down. And now you have the money to pay for that 50% to them. You have the money to do that because they have reduced the amount that you're paying every month. See? And even allowing you to pay out the fee over 6 months. This is just a brilliant opportunity, and businesses will jump on it if they just know about it. And some of your apprehensions is you don't know how to tell it to them. That's some of your problem. You have a default in your mind. I'll never be able to do that. I'll never be able to do that like Bishop Jones. I'll never be able to do that like Sister Stacy. I'll never be able to do that like, Adam, That's your default. You're wrong. I'm just going to tell you, you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you again, you don't really have to. You don't really have to. You see, when I found that there was some things that I was not efficient at doing, I learned how to employ those that are. See, that made me look better, and it'll make you look better. But not only look better, it'll bring you a better benefit. Okay, that's what it does for me. And so I have a package that I offer where I will draft your letter, customize it to your business. And I got another point that I want to stress, and I'll tell you, and some of you can do this yourself. But if you can't do it yourself, then you got to employ somebody that will do it for you. That's the bottom line. If you can't do it yourself, employ somebody that can. Okay? Now, The other thing that we stress in this letter, so that I don't get a lot of people calling me and signing into my program that have the wrong understanding, I also list the areas that we do not lower bills in. And those areas are rent and mortgages. We don't lower those at all. We don't lower utility bills. We don't lower credit cards or car payments or medical bills or student loans. We don't. Now there's a service included in here that deals with student loans as well, but that's not in this division. Okay? So we put this in the letter so that when they read this now, they're gonna know. They're gonna know, okay, no need of me thinking about these areas, but my goodness, I got 25 other areas that I see 10 or 15 of them right now that I need to save money. And I tell you what gets it. When they see all of these areas that we got listed here, you know what they're gonna know? Know what I know? I just want you to know what I already know. When they see all these areas as a business owner and they read this list, as they are reading through this list, they're going to see areas that they are paying and they are behind in. Or they're going to see areas that they are paying and the bill is coming due. When they read this list, they're going to say, well, that bill will be due next week. Or that bill over there is due now. Or that bill is due from last month. They're going to see that. You're not going to have to convince them. Why? Because the whole focus is saving them money. Okay? So I'm about through with this. The last section of this I have here is how do I start saving? You always want to tell a person what it is that they can expect, and then you want to tell them how to get started. And so I put together here how you can start. One is get a copy of all your monthly bills. Now I tell you, they'll be glad to start putting it together because people don't want to just keep paying these bills. So the first thing is get a copy of all your bills. The second thing is to contact me at my email address. And so, you contact me. And then we will set an appointment that works for you. Whatever appointment that fits your calendar, that's what we're going to go with. But the reason I have them contact me now is so that I can stress to them that this is very, very important. And if you set an appointment, keep that appointment. Unless something unforeseen that is an emergency takes place. But otherwise, keep that appointment because the staffing that works with these programs are doing this without any upfront pay. And when you come into this interview, you don't have to do no negotiations. You don't have to contact no creditors. You don't have to do anything. They do all of the work and give you the savings. So that's the next thing. And then the fourth thing on here is to confirm your appointment and provide them with a copy of your monthly bills. In other words, we're going to always be confirming those appointments so that if something comes up, we know it ahead of time and we can reset it. Okay? But that's what we're doing there. And the fifth thing is, or if you don't want to do any of that, you can go to the website and you can become a member. And I put my capture page there, and they will go to the website. And once they sign into that capture page, my system would automatically then funnel them right on through the program and keep reminding them on certain days of the savings and income opportunities of Savings Highway Global. I don't have to do anything. All I do is just sit back and wait. You know, when they sign into my capture page, I don't have to do anything with them at all. And the next time I hear from them, it'll be me getting a paycheck because they used the services. This is a business on autopilot. I can be on vacation and still making the income. I can be doing whatever, sitting in church, or sitting at the dinner table, or sleep at night, still making an income. And remember, this is a global community. They're operating in over 200 countries. It's night here in Spring, Texas, but it's day somewhere else. So you got a business that's operating worldwide around the clock. So I close out with get your membership either gold, platinum, or titanium. The titanium is the best and comes with all the benefits, but every level will save you hundreds and thousands. This amount of savings and earning, the amount of savings and earning that you get is in part determined by the level of your membership. Look at all the memberships and simply pick the one that best suits you. Feel free to call me at 713-306-9268, Jerome Jones. And that's it, my friend. That's these 3 pages is what I'm delivering to businesses on tomorrow and Tuesday. And I'm going to get up in the morning, and I'm, Lord's willing, and I'm going to dress up, and look professional. I'll wear a shirt and tie, but look professional. That I need to stress that, because sometimes we don't present ourselves right. And we wonder why we get a no before we even get in the door good. So you got to realize that you are a representation of the things that you are presenting, okay? And if the people are turned off about your appearance, they're not going to pay you no mind. They're going to already say, oh, I don't want to be bothered. Oh, no, I'm busy. Oh, no, I don't know who the owner is. Oh, no, we're not interested. We don't have time, or to give you whatever reason. But the real reason is that you kind of turn them off when you walk through the door. You didn't get a chance to say nothing. They was turned off before you said something. So get up, comb your hair, fix yourself up, put on a nice outfit, get yourself a tablet, and the other point is get some business cards. Make yourself some business cards. Look professional. You go into a business, those guys, they know what professionalism is. They're business owners. So if you go in there saying you can offer them something and they look at you and say, well, wait a minute, you're not even professional. You don't even have, you didn't even think to dress properly. So don't just do something, but do it with excellence, okay? And we're going to have some private meetings about that. And if you want to employ my services, I have a service that I will get your business cards for you. I will make them up by design. I will draft a letter with your information or your links in it, and I will give you the copy of that letter so that you can duplicate it as much as you need to use it and have your business cards. And I will also work with some of the advertisement of your links as well. I'm putting together right now, about to release right now, another form of advertisement that is on a global platform, and I want to show you how you can advertise to all of these countries and do it free. All you got to do is do the work, put the ad in. So if you say, well, I can't do the ad, then you have to pay a small fee to have somebody do it for you. But you got a global business. Right now, some people in my business is in Africa. And somebody said, well, you just went to Africa. So you knew, no, the people that's in my business that's got in first were not from the country that I went to. They're from Nigeria. I went to Liberia. Okay? So I want you to understand that this is a global market. Your business is on a global platform, and the whole world have access to your business. And now we have the languages translated into 100 languages. That means that the people in China can see your website and press their own language, the Chinese language, and see everything and understand it just like you understand it in English. The people in Japan can do the exact same thing. People in Russia, people in Ukraine, people all over the world, people up in India, the same thing. So you have a global business instantly established for you that's been around for nearly 20 years, that is operating in over 200 countries, and that have an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. You need to tell people what you have. So what do I want you to do? I want you to make sure that you get your benefits and let me know that you're taking advantage of your own savings. That's your testimony. And don't forget to check out the restaurants. If you're going to go to a fast food joint or to a casual dining or to any dining room experience, check your portal and see that you have a discount. Use them. Because the more of those discounts you use, the more money you're saving. Now you could have them and never use them. See? But use your discount. But if you got 2 or 3 cars in your home, get them into this program. I'm sure that if you tell somebody else, you have a possibility of saving up to $2,000 off your car insurance and it don't cost you a dime. All you need is a membership. And once you get the membership, your savings doesn't cost you nothing. Well, if your son got a car, if your daughter's got cars, if your spouse got cars, no matter what, get them in this program. Because you will help them in changing their financial future. As I close this broadcast, I want to say, and I didn't get to some of the other aspects, and let me just real quickly, I've got some things up here on the screen and I could have pulled it up, but I went through the letter and not even realizing that I could have just showed it on the screen and it'll suffice. But you need to take that I've shared today, and I'm going to be sharing. There's no way you can share everything in one session or two, but this is training. And for those of you that are on my team, I'm going to be setting regularly scheduled training twice a week for my own team. It won't be nobody else now. I'm not even going to broadcast it live. I'm just going to do it just for our team. And if you want to be in that, send me a message and say, add me to the training. There's always other parts of this program that you have not explored yet. And if you don't have the time or the discipline at this point to be as consistent as you need to be, you need to have somebody looking out for you in that regard. Because if you're not consistent, you're going to miss. You're going to miss. And if you miss too often, you're going to be discouraged. And if discouragement sets in, you're going to quit. And that's a guaranteed recipe for failure. But if you will be consistent, or you will hire yourself a person, spend about $39, $49 every month to for the first 3 or 4 months to have somebody do those intricate things that will propel your business to another level. And then you can, it's just like the training wheels. Then you can take the training wheels off and keep on riding the bicycle. But you gotta make those kind of investments. It would simply be untrue for us to say to you, me or anyone else, that you're gonna build yourself a 6-figure income every month without you putting nothing in it. That is not going to happen. And so you have to make a decision. And when you just start out in this here Savings Highway Global, the most critical time you have is your first 30 days. If you don't do it in the first 30 days, it'll be 96 days to 6 months and you still won't have done it. That's the most critical time, the first 30 days. So if your membership is the clock is ticking, you need to get those 2 to 3 people enrolled, and you need to make an investment. If you can't do some of the things that I'm sharing with you yourself, you need to make sure you have someone available to do them, to build your business. Now, the long and short of building your business is this. You get your membership, you take your link, and you simply get people to watch your website videos. That's what you do. And if you do that, you're going to get people enrolled and you're going to grow your business. That's still the absolute formula. You get your membership and then you get others to watch your website link. You give them your link, let them watch it, you follow up with them, and now you got yourself a new member in your organization, and you just keeps on adding and adding. You stay focused on just getting those first 2 or 3 people. If you'll do that, my friend, I will see you with me at the top. I'm Bishop Jerome Jones, and I'm saying to viewers here and around the world, if you go with God, I know that God will surely go with you. And until the next time, you do now by all means have yourself a Jesus-filled day. Goodbye, and God bless you.